Say, hey, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, kind of a little round tree discussion. I read hundreds of articles. I watch videos, tons of videos. And all I ever see is when somebody says, what's the perfect rod for this? Well, what rod should I use for this? They should just eliminate every deck on. They say the same thing. 7 foot, medium heavy, with a fast tip. It don't matter what technique they use. You very rarely ever hear them say anything else. And I am so against that. For the average guy, let's say a guy's 6 foot tall, a 7 foot rod may be a good choice. Well, let's say the guy's 5 foot tall. A 7 foot rod in a 5 foot guy, frame tall, and not making fun of a guy who's 5 foot. But just saying if he's 5 foot and you put a 7 foot, that's like using a 7.5 or even an 8 foot rod. It's such a, he's lowered to the water onto the decks, and using a 7 foot rod is very, it's not real efficient. You're going to be using, you can't use all your cast that you can't use the roll cast and things like that. I suggest using 6 and 6.5 foot. Now people are going to frown on that. It's hard to even find those rods, but they can be found, and that is a better choice. If you're fishing open water, say throw in a crankbait, instead of using a 7.5 or 8 foot crankbait rod, use a 7 foot crankbait rod. It will be better for a shorter guy, or a lady for that matter, who wants to get into fishing. You hand her a 7 foot rod or hand him a 7 foot rod, it's not going to work out well. It makes it harder, it makes it more unenjoyable, and that's what you're trying to do, is get the people out here, get them fishing, get them out into the outdoors. Secondly, the other thing that I hear 1 million times, medium heavy. Most medium heavies today are really stiff. They might as well be heavies. Use a medium action rod if you can find it. A 6 foot medium rod. Man, they used to catch them with fiberglass rods back in the olden days with worse hooks and worse line than we ever have nowadays. And you're also going to lose less fish. It has more give. It'll give you more give. It'll give you a little bit more margin for error. I think people have got so hung up on driving the hook on. Hooks are razor sharp now, way sharper than they were back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, 2000s even. So the hooks are sharper. The line is better. Everything is better. You don't have to set the hook so hard. You don't. So using a medium action rod will actually help you drive the hook home better and give you less chance of breaking off. These are a few of my thoughts on this, and I know people are going to get in there and hammer me on this, but I don't mind sharing some of my thought processes when I go to picking rods, or when people ask me, should I get this or should I get this? I don't mind telling you. I think that so many people got hung up on a 7 foot medium heavy action fast tip rod. It's not the way to go. Choose a rod that's appropriate for your height, number one. And then number two, back off. Back off. Stop getting heavy and get a medium, and then a medium heavy where you use a heavy. And I promise you, you'll catch more fish, you'll land more fish, and you'll lose less. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hey, blow them sugars. Blow them sugars. Mwah. Say, oh no. Say, oh no. Oh, not going to do it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Ring the bell.